Josh talked about was not only considering what the uses might be now, but somewhere down the road as well. Are there other use cases for the fiber to the premises PON architecture beyond broadband service provision that operators should be thinking about now when they're planning their networks? Maybe since you brought it up first, Josh, I'll let you go into that.
Sure. One of the main usage cases that operators need to consider is mobile networks. So mobile operators come in and need fiber connections to their mobile nodes, and it's not just what that technology looks like today and where those sites are today. What we've seen with mobile nodes is two trends that really have the same effect. One is the increasing density and number of mobile connected devices means that those sites become more of a choke point. So mobile operators are deploying more sites covering smaller areas to provide that level of bandwidth to avoid the node becoming a checkpoint. Secondly, to provide the capabilities that people will increasingly expect out of mobile networks, we're switching to different frequencies, higher frequencies, which have a shorter effective range and are more impacted by various sources of interference. That too requires more radios, more mobile nodes closer to where those devices are. So even in smaller towns, you're going to see over time a tendency for more mobile nodes to be deployed closer together, and each of those represents an opportunity for the network operator to provide that connection technology, but only if their network has the expandability and the flexibility to accommodate that when, where, and how that mobile operator wants to make the connection. Grid modernization is another key driver. Utilities are making more and more use of information to more effectively manage their grids as we switch to more sustainable energy generation technologies and different ways of managing the grid to make it that more sustainable. The information flow becomes ever more critical. So that's another source of opportunity for the network operator. Of course, in many cases, the utility is the network operator in those cases. Sensors, we're only scratching the surface of what's going to be happening with sensor technology. And finally, just to stress, the other key consideration to think about with this is the unknowns. What are the usage cases that we don't know about today? Just like there's ones today that we didn't know about or only a handful of people were imagining 15 or 20 years ago. That's critical to keep that into account when designing your FTTH network.